Hi guys, welcome to the morning after. I'm really sorry it's no longer morning. I'm in Victoria, BC for an opera right now, hence my hotel digs. And I had to rehearse late last night, couldn't watch the episode till this morning, but couldn't find out where to find the episode. Flair saved me on that, so I'm sorry for this being an afternoon after. So yeah, on to that episode. I need a sip to like calm my nerves. I wrote Andy mid-episode and said this episode is giving me extreme anxiety. And I had a real moment where I thought, if I was not writing about this and like involved in it, I don't know if I could have gotten through this episode. I don't know if I would have stuck with this season based on this episode. Obviously, because I know Nick, and there's like, I'm just saying, if there were no connections there, if I were just any other viewer, there was like such an injustice to this episode that I found it really got to me. And I don't even mean about Corinne staying and Taylor going home, but I'll get to that in a second. I'll start with the good stuff actually, which is that I love Rachel. Her one-on-one, really lived up to, I think, everyone's expectations, as Nick himself said. She is like so just like smooth, but not like in a bad way. She's just so together. Like she seems so mature, especially next to the drama. Like her date was really like a little oasis in an otherwise really stressful episode, including that haunted house. Like it was such a stressful episode. Yeah, when she was in the hotel with Taylor and Corinne and just talking to them about their impending 2-on-1 date, like she just seemed like a mother figure next to them. She just seemed so mature and like just real and fantastic. So yeah, I liked her. And oh yeah, I talked about Danielle M's. Danielle M sort of came ahead again. She got that group date rose, but I don't see the physical chemistry even coming close to his physical chemistry with Rachel. And yeah, so moving on now to the bad, which is Corinne and Taylor. I really do think this does come back to physical chemistry. I don't blame Nick for keeping Corinne, because I just really feel he and Corinne have built more of a connection, and I think that Nick is entertained and amused by her, and I do think that that is something one should seek in a romantic relationship. My beef with Corinne has solely to do with her behavior in the house. It's not how she feels about Nick. I actually do think she has real feelings for him. So it's not that she stayed and Taylor went, it's just how manipulative she is or was in that environment. Like it was actually scary. Like she was a master at it, taking your words and then twisting them around. It's like, oh, Taylor defined something for me, emotional intelligence, which if I were in Taylor's position, I might have also defined it, because Corinne repeated the term back to her, which with a question mark. It sounded like a question mark. It sounded like she didn't know what it meant, and I don't think Taylor meant that condescendingly. I know many of you disagree, but that's just the way I saw it. And then suddenly that was translated into Taylor calling her stupid, and also how Taylor maybe not saying hi to everyone in the morning or when she enters a room is her ignoring people. It just didn't add up. And I will say from my own experience, you don't say hi to everyone when you walk into a room. You really don't. You live in the same place. Like you're on each other all the time. Like if I would walk into any given room at any point and just sit down, you don't walk around being like, hi, hi, hi. It's just a really tenuous complaint to have about someone under those circumstances. Maybe in real life, no, but in those circumstances, I do not think that's a negative thing. Okay, I could go on and on because I am so upset. It's just Corinne was Regina George in this episode. She really was. But yeah, I have to save things to write about. So yeah, thank you for tuning in to the morning after, and yeah, be sure to read my Flair recap, which I will get to, and then later this week my Pretty Pandas recap, where I will try to explain myself maybe a little more eloquently than I did just here, because I'm emotional. Like I guess I get too into this, but like I said, I don't know if I could have kept the episode going if I didn't have to write about it. It was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you guys feel the same way. I always read them, and yeah, I'll see you here next week on The Morning After. Bye.